Since I arrived in Australia in 1987, I witnessed Australia change and grow to economically matured country that with time has joined a special circle of developed countries and developed economies, which is a great thing for Australian residents as it creates internal stability, education available to everyone, stable medical care, political stability, social assistance, and many other benefits. Yes, we can argue it is not the best and is far from being perfect, but let's be honest, people in many countries wish to be in your shoes and have this level of stability. But there is a price to pay for those privileges, and that is very high cost of living. Fortunately, Australia is not in the top 10 expensive countries to live in, at least, well, not as yet, with Bermuda and Switzerland the most expensive two countries, but at number 12, it is pretty close to the top of the list. Living in Australia is more expensive than living in US, in UK, Japan, New Zealand, Finland, France, Germany, which really surprised me when I was doing this research for this video. No wonder that so many Aussies at some point decide to relocate to another country that can offer a comfortable lifestyle at lower cost. And that often takes place when people are approaching retirement. That might seem like a great idea, and it could be. It could provide you with a more affordable lifestyle than here in Australia, as long as you plan it well in advance. Before you go anywhere, first you need to make solid decision about your savings, your superannuation or retirement income streams. For example, you should ask yourself those questions. Do I leave money here in Australia or take it with me? What about taxes? Will I pay tax to Australian government as well as the other country I relocate to? If yes, what can I do to reduce it? What about my income? How should it be structured? What about my estate planning? Which country has the right to my estate? How can I protect my estate for my kids that are here in Australia? Or maybe your kids are in the other country. What happens then? And of course, the big question is about age pension, if you want to be receiving this entitlement while you live overseas. As you can see, there are a lot of things you need to consider and pre-plan before you rush off to your perfect retirement destination. So today we will start this discussion and I will continue over time as this is a huge topic in its own right. My name is Katherine Isbrandt, I'm Certified Financial Planner, and you are watching About Retirement TV, the place to get all the information you need to prepare yourself financially for your perfect retirement or how to improve it if you're already retired. Retirement is a journey, not a destination, so be prepared for that exciting ride. Did you know that currently there are more than 90,000 Australian retirees that permanently live overseas and the number keeps growing year after year? Obviously, COVID epidemic and lockdowns have put stop to this trend, but this is just a temporary disturbance. Once this epidemic has been contained and we are allowed to travel internationally, this trend will only strengthen. And I can see this in my daily work. I receive a lot of inquiries from people wanting to use that COVID time to get ready, to plan, to do their research and set themselves financially so once the borders are open, they can follow their dream of living in their paradise. And this is why I'm preparing this video. So what is the most popular destination for Aussie retirees? Number 1, New Zealand, with mild climate, subtropic in the north, snowy mountains in the south. No wonder Aussies love New Zealand. Number 2, Italy, with its amazing food, historic sites, magnificent culture. Well, I lived in Italy before coming to Australia, so I can vouch for that. Number 3, Greece, outstanding weather, superb food, amazing history, just like Italy, and quite affordable living. Number 4, Spain. Quality of life and culture, healthcare, safety, social life, all year round sunshine. Number 5, Panama in South America. Close to US, if this is your goal, with reasonably low cost of living while still providing a good quality life. Number 6, Portugal. Climate is considered to be the best in Europe, an outstanding quality of life, but still at reasonable price. Malaysia, one of the lowest populated countries in Asia, so still plenty of unspoiled countryside to explore, with rainforests, tropical islands, with many gorgeous beaches to enjoy. Thailand. Thai people are some of the happiest people on the planet, and that is obviously very inviting. Also, nobody can say no to Thai food. Quality of life and services at low prices. I'm told that you can have the best life even on a modest income. And then other countries such as Vietnam, Bali, Cambodia. If you are planning to live overseas, which country are you thinking of moving to? Please let me know in the comments below this video. I would really love to know. Also, while you are there, if you enjoy this video, just quickly click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Subscription to the channel means that you will be notified of any new video that I post here. There is no selling of products or services involved by subscribing. I did get that question a couple of times from viewers, so I thought I will make it very clear and very transparent. So what are the main reasons to retire abroad? Number 1 is family reasons, either returning to your country of birth or following your children who moved overseas. Number 2 is travel, either to warmer countries or to experience a new culture. Number 3, everyday living expenses. As mentioned before, you can have a very similar lifestyle overseas at lower cost, which could be very appealing to many retirees, as you can stretch your dollar so much further. And cost of homes. Yes, Australian housing is very, very expensive. And for some retirees who have most of their money stuck in a home, it makes sense to sell the property, pocket the money, go overseas, buy a small apartment or a condo, and have money left over for good living, travel, enjoyable lifestyle, and lots of activities. So you have made up your mind. You are packing your things and moving overseas. You have decided on a country of your destination, but what about that age pension eligibility? Will you receive any age pension if permanently living overseas? The answer is, it depends. I think it is the most common term I use in my videos. It depends, because those situations are never black and white, and the answer does depend on so many factors. It depends whether you left Australia and started living overseas before reaching your age pension age. It depends which country you decide to relocate to, and if Australia has the international social security agreement with that country. It depends on your overall length of living in Australia prior to you reaching the age pension age. Those will be additional requirements you need to meet on the top of usual eligibility rules that apply to everyone in terms of age and residency requirements. If you are unsure what those are, watch my video Age Pension Explained. Then you have to meet the conditions of income and asset test. Again, if you're not certain how those work, just watch my videos The Truth About Asset Test and Age Pension Income Test Madness. Assuming that you are eligible for age pension and you start receiving your payment, let's see what happens when you leave Australia, but you are not sure yet if this is for good or just a prolonged overseas stay or travel. For the first 6 weeks, you receive your full age pension entitlement. And I don't mean full pension payment. Of course, I only mean payment that under income and asset test you are entitled to be receiving from Social Security. If you stay overseas longer than those 6 weeks, you will no longer receive energy supplements. And then the level of payment will depend whether you are a single pensioner, whether you couple but one only is eligible for age pension, or couple separated due to illness. If you stay overseas longer than 26 weeks, your age pension payment will then be proportioned in accordance with how long you were an Australian permanent resident between the ages of 16 and the age pension age. If you were an Australian resident for 35 years or longer, then your payments will continue unchanged. If less, then your payments will be proportionally rated. So what is proportional rate of age pension payments? Well, let's have a look at the example of Natasha, who is single and lived in Australia for 29 years. She wants to stay with her family in Prague, but is still uncertain if this is a permanent stay or just a prolonged visit and travel. Under income and asset test, Natasha is eligible for full age pension payment. Because Natasha was a resident for less than 35 years, her age pension payments will be proportioned based on years of her residency. As she was a resident of Australia for the period of 29 years, her age pension entitlement will reduce from the full payment of $22,575.80 down to $18,705.60. Also, at that point, your payments will no longer be made fortnightly, but rather monthly. Centrelink office will pay your Australian pension to your Australian bank account unless you are permanently moving to a country that has an international social security agreement with Australia, which is a separate topic that I might explain more in another video, but I would really need your participation to let me know if this is actually a topic of your interest. If there is lots of people interested, then I will keep on creating more videos on retirement overseas with all its benefits and pitfalls, especially in relation to the financial side of preparation. So please write below the video yes if you would like for me to keep on preparing more videos on retirement overseas. As I said before, organizing your finance to move overseas either permanently or for a prolonged period of time requires a lot of planning for your backup cash, your savings, your investments, your superannuation, pension funds, age pension, tax, estate planning, healthcare, insurance, and lots more. Please don't disregard the planning stage, as it might cost you a fortune in the long run. And that preparation should be half of the fun. If this is your ideal way to retire, if you have decided on this exciting path of retirement, if you really want to make it work for yourself or for you and your partner, speak to a specialist how to pre-plan your financial position, how to pre-plan your income streams, how to best benefit from age pension. Well, good luck calling the international services of Centrelink office from whatever country you will be in. And good luck using my Gov website to advise Centrelink of any changes in your personal and financial situation. Well, you know where I'm going with this. Yes, speak to a financial planner who specializes in retirement planning, age pension, and can assist you with proper planning for your overseas living. So in one word, just contact me and I can help you to set up your perfect plan for your dream retirement in your paradise. For more information about retirement planning, age pension, income streams, just visit my website aboutretirement.com.au. And while you are there, quickly sign up to my email list so you can be updated with all the issues affecting your retirement. And now I would like to invite you to watch some of those previously mentioned videos about age pension, rules of income and asset test, and all other aspects of Social Security benefits. The second recommended video is for you to improve your understanding of superannuation death nomination. So many people getting wrong, and then intended beneficiaries need to fight for their inheritance. So watch this sad story to know what not to do. I will see you in my next video.